Severe storms also making their way through the heartland this weekend, and that is where the threat persists into this evening. You're looking there across Texas as we've seen some really big storms out here impacting a whole lot of folks. More ultimately on the way, but this whole threat is shifting a little bit further off towards the east of where we were talking about yesterday. You're getting a sense here of our future radar and where these storms are going to move. It includes the Midwest, and then ultimately you see this kind of system one half break off and head off towards New England, the Northeast, and then that larger, more robust cell sitting over portions of Louisville, back towards Indianapolis, St. Louis. All of that really powerful storms kind of dropping off towards the south and the east, running into the southeast, running in ultimately to Virginia, to the Carolinas, North Carolina, South Carolina, maybe some storms across northern Alabama, northern Georgia. But it's that initial kind of blast of weather that could be the most likely to become severe as you're watching these storms move on through. This gives you a sense of that, right? We tracked where those storms ultimately going to head. Yes, the Carolinas, yes, Virginia, but it's that initial blast that you're seeing maybe the best risk of seeing severe weather. Some major cities in there right on the border. St. Louis is part of this. You're talking about Louisville, Indianapolis, over towards Cincinnati, getting just on the outskirts there of Columbus and then settling further to the south. Also Nashville, Lexington, some areas like that. The ingredients are here. Those have been here as of recent, Michael. It's very similar setup to what we were talking about yesterday. The shear is there. Obviously the storm energy, and then it has just been so humid for a lot of these areas.
Yeah, all modes of severe weather are back on the table. Unfortunately, you got the moisture, you got the lift, you got the instability, and again, timeline on things just shows you that by the time we get to 6, 7, 8 p.m. this evening is when we're expecting that secondary wave to move on through. The problem is for friends and family driving along I-44, I-55, I-64, and I-70, these are going to be zones where driving and just traveling, some people do have to work on Memorial Day Monday, so perhaps they're heading back home from work. Those will be areas and interstates that could be heavily impacted.
And even if you're not, there's barbecues, there's a lot of people out on the road spending time with family here over the weekend. So travel, this is obviously a really busy travel weekend. Maybe you've been coming back from somewhere. Know that these are some of those areas where you could be hit pretty hard. Particularly there, you're looking at western Kentucky, portions of Tennessee. These are spots where that risk is fairly good that these little cells could catch some wind and start to spin, and we could see tornadoes, which is what you're looking at right there.
Yeah.